ensures wise use of resources and maximize impact of global outreach efforts. Okay, the lecture was composed of introduction and history of development of mission strategy and biblical foundation. What Bible says about mission strategy. We're gonna learn about it, and then the essential, the most important message coming from about the mission is Jesus' Great Commission. So that is the last commandment from Jesus. So we're gonna talk about that too. Then actual strategy making. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna learn it. This is all about how we can plan the strategy for mission, how we can detail, tactics, tasks. We're gonna talk about strategy development, and then also the partnership is a very important part of mission strategy making. So we're gonna see how it works. And then strategy for digital media world mission. Nowadays, many of all over the world, the modern IT technology, development of various media, we have to use those tools too. So how wisely, effectively we have to use about the world mission strategy. So we're gonna see, talk about that too. And then actual mission, based on the mission plan and goal, strategy, actual methods, the models we have to learn. We have to copy for our world mission. So we're gonna see what the good model is, what the good method is like. And then there are also always for mission field, actually evangelism, missionary works, there are challenges and opportunities. So we're gonna talk about that too. And lastly, impersonally, that is up to you guys, how what you learn from these lectures, and then we can talk about what are you going to do with the teachings and learnings based on this whole quarters. We're gonna talk about it's kind of a reflection, okay, about total the mission strategy. Okay, more detailedly, chapter 2. Last week we talked about the history of development of mission strategy. It was early church, medieval mission, and age of exploration and colonial missions, and modern mission movements we talked about. And then 1974 International Congress on World Evangelism. That's a Russian movement. Okay, we talked about a little bit of that, and we're gonna talk about more detailedly later chapter. Okay, and then contemporary mission strategy. Nowadays, there are mission strategy we need to develop with technologies, the medias. There are many good ways to make mission strategies. So we're gonna see how we can make it. And then chapter 3, what the Bible say about world mission. So we're gonna look into Bible, how Bible says about the mission. Actually, we're gonna see theologically the ideas of Bible with actual verses, a book of, whatever Bible says about the mission. So we're gonna actually detailedly look up those verses and study with it. Then also theology of the mission, we're gonna see theology for mission in Old Testament. Old Testament is saying something about the mission, so we're gonna look for those chapters and verses, scriptures. We're gonna see, and then also theology for mission in New Testament saying something valuable. So we're gonna see what the New Testament saying about world mission. Okay. Also, chapter 4, there was a Great Commission. We talked about it last week. So more detailedly, deeply, we're gonna analyze all the verses. There was Matthew, book of Matthew, chapter 28, verse 18 to 20. So we're gonna find out the authority of Jesus, and then the commission, the actual commandment, and ritual and identity means the baptism. We're gonna talk about it, and then what is teaching means in verse 20, and then the presence. Presence is the Holy Spirit. Jesus is always stay with us. We can find out the meaning of verse 20. And then global reach, that means go to all the nations. And then cultural sensitivity, to spread out the gospel effectively, wisely. We need to have cultural, contextual relevance. So we're gonna see. And then nowadays the mission is a holistic mission, holistic discipleships. Not only changing the person's mind and then thoughts and ideas, we're gonna change it one person wholly to different person. So it could be related to philosophically, the world view, based on those changing of philosophy and worldview, the actual behavior, actions, we're gonna see how people is changed. That is holistic discipleships. Total change of one person, not only mind. That includes actual behavior and actions. And the strategy development we talked about. What is contextualization and how to make a plan for mission. To do this, better mission planning, we need to do some kind of research study. So we're gonna do that. So most importantly, nowadays, cultural variance is widespread, right? Spread. So every culture, every nation, every region, there are different cultural background. Mostly cultural, the language variances. So we're gonna see how we can effectively use those variances. And then worldview analysis, we're gonna see. Also research methods, we're gonna talk about it, and then sustainability. It is important. Sustainability means continuing of our mission work. Okay, so how continuously we can keep our work efficiently, effortfully continue those works we're gonna study. Then also lastly, unreached people group. There are still many group of people never heard about the evangelism, good news. So we're gonna see how we can reach their people, and then how we can change their the holistic discipleship to believers. So we're gonna learn. And then partnership is also important, most important part of mission strategy. So how we can make what kind of partnership is we can find out. Also practical steps for fostering effective partnerships. We're gonna see, and then case studies, examples, the interdenominational collaboration. That's the actual case in church and parachurch partnership in Latin America, the international mission work in Asia. There are many cases. We're gonna see how good they did for missional goals. And then strategy for digital media world mission. We talked about it. Okay, the impact of technology on mission strategy, the enhanced communication. There are many better communication type nowadays, right? So we're gonna learn how we can adapt those tools to communicate better. Okay? And then also with those modern technology, help of those modern technology, we can do digital evangelism, online discipleships, and online trainings. That those are all possible nowadays. And then also practical steps for integrating technologies actually into our mission strategy. We're gonna learn it, okay? And then assessment and planning. Always we have to look at the actual result, okay? See how good the result was, how bad the result was. So that was assessment. Also, it comes with monitoring. During the work of the missions, we're gonna see that's the monitorings. And then also planning means with a bad effect of the missions, the actual works. Also, there should be good results from our works, right? So we're gonna keep continuing good works, and then also we fix how we can fix the bad results coming from mission works. So we're gonna start that too. And then training. There are always training. It takes time to personal to be level of almost professional. So there are many things we have to learn about technology and the medias, how we can use medias. So it should be coming with training and then capacity building. Capacity is the ability to perform a certain kind of task, right? So with a lot of information, for example, Google and YouTube, we can expand our capability. So we're gonna see how we can do that. And then challenges always comes, considerations for digital media world missions. We're gonna see. Then also there are still technological barriers. Some are well-developed countries like US, we have many good, convenient way of communication, easy access to online source, right? But some country, underdeveloped country, there are still barriers to connect to technologies, to connect to online access. So we're gonna see those barriers and then how we can fix those barriers. And then also we see over reliance on technology. We rely too much nowadays on technologies. There are bad side effect of too much reliance on technologies, like too much information nowadays, right? Yeah, we connect others with many different social medias, right? Kind of information pollution. There are many bad information coming from those social medias, so that is kind of side effect of nowadays technology, IT technologies. Okay, we see methods and models for world mission. There was contemporary model of mission and integral missions and church planning movement, strategic mission models we see, and then people group focus. Actually, some kind of reason, some kind of class, people have different background, people have different situations they face. So, particular situation, there should be, mission strategy could be changed, could be adaptable. So we're gonna see how we can do it. And then also geographical focus, right? Some countries well developed, some countries underdeveloped. So we're gonna see how we can do that. And then there are good, effective mission models we're gonna see. And then the Paul's mission is a good example we can study. So we're gonna look how Paul and his followers did, good works for mission, missional goals. So we're gonna see. Also, Moravian missions, we're gonna see. Also, evaluation and adaptation of models, we're gonna see. Okay, challenges and opportunities always, there should be persecution and resistance when we do missional work. So, how we can face, how we can overcome those persecutions, oppositions, and resistances. We're gonna see. And then, okay, also we're gonna see what the Bible say about, persecutions. Then, strategy for responding to those persecutions and oppositions. We're gonna look study in the Bible about persecutions. Okay, that was all brief review for our last week's lecture. Okay, one more time. This is very important. Okay, people kind of mixed understanding of the the term related mission, evangelism, missional strategy. Okay, I'll give you more defined explanation. I try my best, as simple as possible to make you, easily understand. Okay, mission is simple. Okay, it is action involved. Okay, activity, assignment, task. For what? Spread good news. That is mission. Like, you work in a certain company, your boss give you assignment, okay? Complete certain kind of task until the end of the day. That's the mission, okay? So when we talk about Christian mission, you do some kind of Christian task, during the certain period of the time, you complete it. That's the mission. Okay. Evangelism is simple. Again, evangelism is spreading out good news. What is good news? We have faith in Jesus. Once we believe in Jesus, our sin is forgiven. With faith in Jesus, also that promise us the eternal life. That is Christian faith. So spreading out that faith is evangelism. Okay, what is strategy? Strategy is simple, making plan. Okay, to do better world mission. World mission is actual task, assignment, action, right? To this better, we have to have plan. That is strategy. So with better plan, we can do better, perform to spread out the Christian value, Christian messages, right? Okay, that was all about last 2 weeks. Yeah, kind of summary of last week. We talked about Okay, chapter 1, we're gonna see more detail. Okay, before I am starting, I give you some handout for some kind of definition. Okay. There are 2 topics in the paper. Okay, one is about monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning. Okay. This term is not only working for Christian mission, okay? Whatever position you have, your hospital worker, your design company, whatever, okay? Once you equip with this strategy, that can make you good professional worker in your position. Okay, monitoring, evaluation, accountability, learning. That is very important. It is universal term and value. Okay, you can use it wisely. Okay, later I'm gonna talk about. Also, another topic we're gonna talk about is contextual relevance. It is total about culture, language, the situation people have differently. We're gonna see it. Okay, later on this lecture. Let's see. Okay. Okay. This is actual, the starting of world mission. So, what is a world mission? What is a strategy for world mission? Okay, introduction tells you detailed information about the strategy, how we make good strategy for mission. So, the purpose of this lecture is equip current, future, missionary leaders, missionaries, church members, ministers. We like to equip them with knowledge, tools to effectively work for world mission. Okay. Teach people with good tools, good knowledge for world mission. That is the purpose of this lecture. To do this better, we always look at the Bible. How Bible say about mission. How Bible say about the making strategy. Okay, we're gonna learn more detailedly. Okay, always we go with Bible. How Old Testament says about the world mission. How New Testament says about New Testament. Also, we also have to learn, we also have to equip ourselves with knowledge of culture. Okay, so we're gonna see the culture, making the bridges. Okay, and then also actual the theology from Bible should be practiced in the real world, right? So the actual theories and also the actual performance, that practice is sometimes different, differently applied. So we're gonna see how we can apply theology to actual practices. That's the kind of bridging too. Okay. All right. So also once we have good strategy, that is very that is kind of some kind of very important meaning, which is with good strategy that provide kind of roadmap, right? Roadmap means a starting point, the resting point, then kind of launch time, to the finishing point that tells you when you travel to long distance, right? You have plan. With good plan, the long distance travel might be, happy moment. So the roadmap means for world mission strategy is like good, strategy. It is kind of roadmap. So we're gonna see how that works. And then okay, so good strategy of world mission, they provide us, clear purpose of our mission. Why do we have to do some kind of mission work? Without the purpose, without the reason why, we cannot do effective, influencing missional work, right? So we need to see, we need to find out the purpose of our mission. So we're gonna see also with purpose also, they give us kind of fuel to run, right? Better. So we're gonna look the importance of the purpose for the world mission. Okay, once we have good world mission, it has huge impact of mission strategy. Okay, with good missional strategy, they can give us more effective missional work. Okay, small topic. In introduction, we're gonna see it is clarity of purpose and mission. Okay, small number one, with a clear mission strategy that helps churches, missional organizations focus their work, their efforts to a specific, goal and objectives. So with good, clear strategy, we can work with clear vision, clear, we can make obvious efforts, obvious practices. So that is coming from clear mission strategy. So with clear mission strategy, we can make precise targets. The accurate. We can make accurate target, right? So also mission strategy make us, perform our efforts continuously, not just one time, right? With good purpose of missional work, mission, we can keep our work continue. I have to reach, I have goal, right? Then we learn for those goals. That is coming from clear missional strategy. Okay. Okay, also strategy give us direction and then purpose. If we have good strategy, they give us direction. Strategy for making good meal, good food, right? There should be strategy. So they give us the direction. How you can find out the best way to find out how to make good foods. Like someone says, see YouTube, or just search in Google, something like that, right? So, without the strategy, we just wondering, to find out the ways to perform certain kind of task. So we need a strategy. Okay. Okay, strategy give us the group of people or teams, the organizations, church members, same vision and the missionary goals, right? Without the strategy, without the purpose, the member of certain group, they may have different vision, different goals, right? So without the strategy for mission, our missionary work is not working effectively. So we have to have strategy, and then people in the group. It could be church, missionary organization. It could be a small team to perform certain task. They have common vision, common mission with good strategy. Okay, that is why it is important. Okay. Okay, well-made mission strategy also make task holders. Task holders means like anyone who is interested in certain certain task, certain assignment that applies universally. So when we talk about the mission, the stakeholder means group of people or individual who has very strong interest to perform their work for world mission. So stakeholder means actual people. It could be individual, group of people. So, with task holders, common vision, common goal, we can work more, effectively, more, strongly, with all the power of individual mixed. That power has strong fuel to perform some kind of missionary work, right? So all those fuel, purpose, vision for stakeholders coming from good strategy. Okay. Okay, introduction. For World Mission strategy, we need to have good strategy. Okay, that was first topic. Second topic is contextual relevance. You see the handout I gave you? Miss Hong, can you read the first paragraph, contextual relevance? Can you read?
Me?
Yes.
Christina?
Christina Hong, right? No?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lena.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Can you read?
Sure.
Yeah.
Contextual reference refer to the degree to which an initiative, program, or project is tailored to the specific circumstance, need, and dynamics of the environment in which it operates. Ensuring contextual reference involves understanding and integrating local culture, economic condition, social norm, and other contextual factors into the design and implementation of activities. Here is why it matters.
All right, thank you. So contextual relevance means, let's say I am a Korean American. I have Korean traditional culture. That is my background culture. Also, my culture is adapted to a little bit of American culture, right? Then I do perform some kind of missional work in India. So, do I have to change my attitude? Do I have to change, the way to act, the way to, talking to people? Yes or not?
I think you need to adjust it to your
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to adjust myself to Indian culture. Without adjusting myself to, the Indian culture, I cannot effectively deliver our Christian value, message, right? That is cultural relevance. So more detailedly, when we talk in terms of cultural relevance, we need to see what it is local culture. Okay, let's say India. India is a big country. North, south, west, east, right? Some regions have different cultures from others, right? Then they have local cultures too. So we need to learn, we have to adjust, we have to know them, what their local culture is like. Also, economic conditions. Okay, in the US, $1 is not, that big, right? Just little small money, but it could be different value in India. So, you have to, once you have $100 bill, it cannot be traded in the same value in India, right? So you have to know that too. Okay, that's the economic situation, conditions, also social norms. It is kind of a social standard, social moral, those things. Okay, mostly, let's say Asian people have kind of value for education, right? Chinese people, Korean people, Japanese people, we have more, efforts to raise our kids with more education, right? Yeah, we have many values for our children for education. But some country have different values. So we have to, respect. We have to know that the different value of certain society, certain country, actual local people have their own values. That is the social norms. Okay, I don't say that is good, that is bad. Okay, some culture, okay, in Korean people, when we have an appointment with someone, we arrive, actually before 5-10 minutes before the actual appointment time. That is kind of normal in Korean people. But some other country, I just heard from, I don't say that is bad, okay. Some I have a friend who is missionary, works in Philippines. Okay, when they have appointment with the local people, they always come like 1 hour later. Okay, that's their value. Okay, we cannot judge that is bad, that is good. Okay, that's their value. Their culture. Yeah, so that is different. It is very important not to say you are wrong. Okay, we just try to understand their culture, their values, their norms first. Then we try to adjust ourselves too. Yeah, that is about cultural norms. So with those, the factors, we can make good missional strategy for certain kind of people in certain area. That is cultural relevance. Cultural relevance not only works for mission, but any kind of work profession. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Miss O, can you read cultural relevance number 1 and number 2? Starting understand local needs. At the bottom? Yeah.
Understanding local needs.
Yes.
Programs that are contextually relevant address the actual needs and priorities of the local population, leading to greater acceptance and effectiveness.
Okay, good. Number 2.
Cultural sensitivity.
Yeah.
Incorporating local cultural practice and values can enhance the legitimacy and sustainability of interventions.
Okay, good. Yeah, important. We need to first understand local culture, and then it is really important. Specific, try to find out the local people's needs. Okay. Some, I don't want to make example, but I have to do it. Some underdeveloped country, right? Let's say some certain country in Africa, the most important valuable issue could be local people, they don't get starved, right? They wanna have plenty of food, right? But in the United States, we have too much food. We have. So for those people in Africa, every day, they live a hunger life. So, firstly, I cannot teach them the Bible, right? Yeah, that's what they need. That's not what they need. So we need to find out what the local people actually need. With approaching, that's not good way, but anyway, just a simple example to provide them with good foods, and then I can hand out some kind of Jesus teaching, right? Can you read this? Yes. Those things is the way we can approach, understand their cultures. Also cultural sensitivity, same. Everybody has, every culture with a same ethnic group, same race, all individuals have their own cultural background, right? Some people in certain country, one individual is coming from, high classes, right? And some people coming from middle classes, yeah. Lower economic classes, some people have, very hard social economical conditions, right? Some people coming from, geopolitical situation, like, in South Asia, there are many ethnic groups live. Like, for example, Hmong people, they don't have country, but they live all different region. Actually, some people live in Thailand, some people live in Vietnam, some Cambodia maybe, right? Some in China, south part of China. So when we want to deliver some kind of message to Hmong people, we have to, understand their situations. They don't have country. So, we cannot let's say, some Hmong people live in Thailand, so we cannot force them to follow whole Thailand culture, right? Because you live in, as you are Hmong, you live in Thailand, we cannot force them to follow the Thai culture, right? Hmong people have their own cultures, so that is cultural sensitivity. We have to know what they like, what they don't like, what they respect, what they don't respect. We have to know that. What their values are. Okay, 3 and 4. Lenny, can you read?
Lenny?
Yeah. number 3 and 4.
Adaptive strategy. Contextually different relevant approaches are flexible and adaptable, allowing for adjustment based on local feedback and changing circumstances.
Okay.
Stakeholder engagement. Engaging local stakeholders in the planning and implementation process ensure that their insight and knowledge are integrated, leading to more robust and sustainable outcomes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it is, like I said before, adaptive strategy is very important. There are many different ways to spread out the Christian value messages. You look for it, you have to find out based on the people you do your missional work, right? Like I said before, you do missional work in India, you do missional work for certain kind of people among, you do, missional work for Arab people. You have to adjust your strategy. You have to adapt the way to deliver your message for those local people. That is adaptive strategy. Okay, and then stakeholder engagement. That is, stakeholder is people. It could be individual, group, who has strong interest on some kind of work, some kind of value or whatever. People who have interest. Let's say local people have really interest in Christianity. So you need to work with them. Okay, some the missionary that I know works in Cambodia. He is Korean. He do many good missional work. One of his biggest outcome was he was building local church in Cambodia, more than 10 churches. Okay, what he was doing was he appointed Cambodian local pastor. He just built church and appoint local pastor, Cambodian pastor, then he lived. Learn the church their own ways. That is engagement. Yeah. So let local people do as many work as they can for the missional work. That is engagement. So, with those strategy, contextual relevance, we can have more deep, strong, influential impact for those local people. Okay, so that is dictionary definition about contextual relevance. Okay, for the mission here, just reading, contextual sensitivity, relevance. That is playing crucial role. Okay, we have to well know those strategies. There are many diverse, many different cultures exist We don't say your culture is bad, your culture is good. We don't say. Culture is just different. Okay? Then we respect those differences. So, cultural contextual understanding includes research. We have to find out what their culture is like. Immerse is like 스며든다. Adjust, adapt ourselves to local culture. So, missionaries should diligently learn about their history, their beliefs, their practice, and the social norms of the community they serve. Also, it is important the way we talk, we need to adjust, we need to adapt our language to our local language. So, when simply you just try to learn the local language. When you give away the Bible, you have to translate to local language. That is adaptive communications. Okay. Time goes so fast. Okay, continuous or contextual relevance. So yeah, engagement is same, stakeholder engagement. Make local people engage in missional work. That is very important. Okay? You have to make yourself flexible. I always don't go this way, okay? I always have my own good ways to perform certain kind of task or actually missional work. So I want to keep going this way. No matter what people say about my ways, don't do that. Okay? You have to be very flexible to adjust yourselves. And then also, you have the mindset to adapt yourself to their local culture. So based on that flexibility, adaptability, also you can change the strategy. Okay, the main strategy is simple. Spreading out the message of the Bible, right? That is the mission. That the whole mission of the Bible is not changing. But when you perform certain kind of missional, you can change your strategy more effectively. You need to find out the way to deliver better. To do this, sometimes you need to change, small strategy. Big strategy is not changing, the purpose of the mission, right? Spreading out the gospel. But to do this better, sometimes you need to change, kind of subtle, small strategy to practice better missional work. Okay, that depends on the feedbacks of local people too. So when you have cultural sensitivity, you can show them the true love and respect for different cultures. That means what is it? With good cultural sensitivity, you have true mind to love for those people, respect for those people. Then you also get reaction from local people. My understanding is the relationship. You show them the love, and then they also show the reaction, the love that I serve. That is making relationships. Once you build relationship, your missional work is completed more than 90%. It is kind of game changer. You have good relationship with the local people, with love, respect, and then you also receive their reaction about your love, respect. That is binding relationship. That means good, strong, deep relationship. That is key point. That is game change. Once you build good relationship, then delivering the message of Bible is kind of piece of cake. Nothing. So easy. Without the relationship, it is really, really hard. Okay, you have once, good relationship with your friend, right? Friend give you advice, then you listen to it, right? That's common sense. But without, the person I saw first time, he like to give advice. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. So the planning, good strategy planning is important. So actually you can tailor your mission plan to based on the local cultures. That makes you approach easy to local people. Then you also need to find out unique needs of unique people. And then also you learn different communication styles of local people. Always make yourself ready to adjust yourself to local culture. Also, more bigger, try to adjust your mission strategy too. That is suitable for local people. That is beginning of making relationships. Okay, I want to show you just in one video. This is the worship of African people. It is totally different the way we worship, and I'm based on Korean people, Christian. Okay, so let's see. Oh. this, the performance. I just like, they were doing some kind of, dancing performance. Without the church, maybe I could understand. They were doing some kind of, art performance. But that's actual, worship, yeah, practiced in Africa. Yes, yeah, totally different from our Korean Christian church. And then another video. Okay. Okay, Christians, some country in South America, they have, specifically like Mexican Christianity is kind of different from, like US or country, any other countries. I don't want to go more about, always the culture, they have their own, traditional belief, like, Toteism, shamanism, right? Something like that. Or Chinese also have Chinese, traditional belief and faith. Korean too, Japan too. In Japan, you cannot count the God. There are many, many gods in Japan. Also, Mexican culture, they have their own, belief. So it is kind of mixed with Christian values. So, also Indian people they perform Christian worship little different from, other countries. The point is, I don't want to say your worship is wrong. Okay? They have their own belief, whatever. Traditionally, they have some kind of belief, continue, and then it was mixed with Christian. Okay, first, understand, respect that. Then once you have good relationship, then you can try to, bring more outcome, more, kind of, I don't want to say fix, but adjust to better way. There are worships, yeah. So let's see, church festival, and this is in India. Let's see. Carol is like, kind of feast, like Thanksgiving in America. it was mixed with Christianity.
The effervescent shores of Kerala have preserved and fostered a rich and colorful religious vibe for centuries. It is here the foundations were laid for some of the most unique and diverse traditions ever witnessed in the whole world.
When I see just briefly this the video first, I thought it was Hinduism festival, but when you pay attention, you can find out. Oh, that is Christianity.
Throughout the year, the myriad communities of Kerala unite in revelry, beacons of this state's belief in universal love and brotherhood.
See, they have many symbols, and they throw the flowers. I never saw that.
It is not the holy water. It is not that the throwing is not the holy water.
No, I don't know the meaning of the flower.
No, I mean.
Yeah, the holy water. I know
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I saw because before they throwing like that.
Oh.
They dip it in a.
Ah, I see.
in a
I see.
bucket.
Oh, okay. Good eyes. See, the cross. Wow. Many different shapes of cross. Yeah.
The annual festivals or Perunals at churches are cultural events that resonate with the very soul of the populace. Mellifluous hymns, surging processions, festive exhibitions, and massive feasts pepper the landscape. Non-resident Keralites as well as tourists from across the globe come together to wholeheartedly participate in these vibrant fiestas.
See the fireworks?
The Kappalottam festival at Kuruvilangade is an example of prominent church festivals in the state. Devotees move in a procession around the church carrying the model of a ship.
The ship might be Noah's Ark, I think.
This is believed to be connected
It is
to the story
presenting.
of early Christian mariners dating back to when they were safely brought to their intended destination. The passage of time was marked by the evolution of ancient festivals and the legends associated with them, which are embraced in their modern avatar. The Assembly of Twins, held in connection with the annual festival at the Church of the Twin Saints in the church at Kottanallur, is an example. On this day, identical twins are prominent visitors to the church. Community feasting is another ritual held over the years as an integral part of these festivals.
Yeah, the rituals also different from the countries. Yeah. Korean has Korean's traditional Christian ritual too, Chinese too, Japanese too, India too. First, when I see this video, I was kind of shocked, surprised, but I tried to understand their culture.
In many of these feasts, specific dishes are offered, which are often made with the local community participation. These banquets are
Okay, Indian people they eat their food with bare hands, right? I know they wash their hands, but Korean people no give me spoon. That's my culture. But when you are India, try to feed yourself with your bare hand. That's adjusting. Adapt yourself to local culture.
Symbol of peace and harmony.
근데 아이들이 യാതൊരു എനിക്ക് ഞാൻ ദൈവത്തോട് മറുപടിക്കാത്ത ഒറ്റ ദിവസം
The Maramon Convention, held on the banks of River Pamba, deserves a special mention as it is one of the largest Christian conventions in all of Asia.
Okay, yeah. So, there are many different cultures in the world. Then we respect their culture, their cultural background, mixed culture with some other culture, we respect. Okay, I think.